This video is brought to you with support from my patrons on Patreon.
Hey everybody, it's Jimmy from the DIY and Digital, and today we are designing and printing a small in-scale chemical plant. Welcome back everybody. First of all, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates like this video. So a couple months ago, we had a poll choosing between 3 different industries for me to design and print. The first place one was the freight depot, which we designed last month, and the second place one was a small chemical plant, which is what we are designing today. And I had to go through a few resources to figure out exactly what this needs to look like. And let's go ahead and take a look at the entire process.
I start as usual by doing my research. This one's a little different though. The reason that I listed this industry is because I drive by one on my way home from work sometimes, but I can never quite see exactly the parts for this that there will be. So a bit more research was needed. This included tank sizes and where cars are delivered. Next, it's time to hop into Tinkercad. Now, I know a lot of you want me to slow down with my design steps and take you through step by step. This is a long process, but I will be making next month's design with a step-by-step video that will be available to my patrons at the $1 level and up. My first attempt on this plan was to put everything on one plate and print it all at once, so I start with the tanks first. I create a tall tank and a medium tank with several details to get the flavor of a tank. Next, I designed the elevated pipes. Now, I'm not a chemical engineer, so I'm just going off purely what I can see just to really get the feel of those elevated pipes. I do design some crossbeam supports to hold the elevated pipes in place. I then design a pipe that goes to the ground to unload the tank cars, since tank cars are unloaded from beneath. Now it's time for the plant itself. First, I take a block and I make it into the shape that I want for the plant. I copy the pipe and place another one right next to the plant. I then create 2 small tanks and place them next to the plant, and I also add some catwalks and railings that I borrow from my fuel dealer design. I also take some additional details from the fuel dealer as well. I add doors, a base, and I hollow out windows and blank spaces. Next, I add these blocks at the end of each pipe. These will be the connectors. I am pretty sure that they are not prototypical, but they will make customizing the layout of your pipes and plant a lot easier for 90-degree bends. Now it's time to make the roof. I do this by taking a block and flattening it, and then replicating a bunch of narrow triangles to simulate a metal roof. I then duplicate the panel and align them on top of the building. I then add some roof details such as a cap at the peak. Now it's time for building detail. I start by adding corners to the building. Then I add some piping running along the side of the building from the main pipe. I add a terminal on the roof with some spears to round out the corners. I also add a door on the roof catwalk for access. Next, it's time for trim details. I trim out the windows, and then I add vertical lines on the wall to make it look like it's a metal building. And that's it for the design. This video is brought to you with support from my patrons on Patreon. You can join my Patreon community for exclusive content. You can join for a monthly contribution of $1, $2, and the all-new $5 engineer level, which includes an exclusive digital model of the month that you can download and print yourself. A link to my Patreon page is in the description below.
So now that we have it ready, we can go ahead and put it in our slicer and get it printing.
I put the model into Qiditech, which is the slicer I'm using. Now, full disclosure, I did have to redo the base and separate all the separate parts out because they did not print well as one big part. I slice them and save them, and then it's off to print.
All right, so we've gone through the whole 3D printing process and I've got the entire small chemical plant right here. Personally, I think it turned out very well. I still got quite a few tweaks to do in the actual printing process before I'm able to put this up in my Etsy store, but in terms of being able to print everything successfully, it took a few tries on a couple things, but it turned out very, very well. We have several different parts. I'll go through them now. I'll go through the FDM printed parts first, so the filament print parts. So I did all the tanks actually with the filament printer, and there are 6 tanks in total. There are 2 tall ones, 2 medium ones, and 2 little itty bitty ones. This is one of the tall ones right here, and this is one of the medium ones right here. And this is one of the little itty bitty small ones right there. So I've got 2 of each of those. That was what will come in the kit. And let me put those back in place. And then next I have what I'm calling I don't know what it's called in real life, but I'm calling it the terminal. And basically what it's going to be is, I noticed that you kind of had a pipe that ran away from where the fueling or where the offload section was for the chemicals in the rail car, and go to the actual plant itself. So what this is basically is designed to, the car pulls up right here, and then it goes into this pipe, or it can go into the tanks, and then it goes over to the second part, which I put these little square parts so you can orient it any way you want, and it goes over to this section right here, which is the part that connects to the main little chemical plant, which is this right here. So that was my design process for this, and one of the things that I tried, which I tried for the first time, which was having multiple things inside of it. I have the little grid supports with the cross beams and everything, and you can actually see a few little pipes in there. I took the railing and little catwalk from actually my fuel dealer, and I put that on another one of the pipes that connects to the main building. And then I've also got some more railings and a little pipe going up top and a little door that goes onto another little catwalk over here. I wanted the building to look like it was just like a metal building, so I just put these vertical lines on it. And personally, I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. It's going to take a little bit more tweaking in the printing process to get to where I can print it rapidly and be able to put it up on my Etsy store, because that's really the contingency for me, is like not if I can get it printed, it's if I can get it printed easily. So I still have some work to do on that, but this is the in-scale small chemical plant. It'll be coming up soon, so hopefully. So that's it for today, guys. A quick thing about the Etsy store. You guys know Building 4 in my Etsy store. Well, now I'm doing a Z-scale version, limited run. So if you're a Z-scaler, go check that out. Or if you just like little tiny buildings. So yeah, go check that out in the Etsy store. Linked in the description below. And a special thank you to all of my patrons. I have them listed right here. And if you want to join my Patreon, you can go to my Patreon page. It's linked in the description below. You can join for as little as $1 a month. There is a $1, a $2, and an all-new $5 a month level, which includes something for you 3D printers out there. So go check that out, link in the description below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any updates like this video. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe and happy railroading. A little hot. Burn my tongue. And we decided that at first we were going to build the freight depot, and now the number 2 that was just word vomit. That was bad. Ugh. How's that coffee so hot?